guys, I am Shane Davis, Twitch, your comic book veteran. I'm here with Yanzi. Today is the day we are talking about the Todd father, Todd McFarlane, as he diversifies his portfolio once again. He got in deep with the big DC Comics toy account. Like, he had basically the license to do everything DC Comics. Now, this is a really good license deal. Probably a buddy deal from Jim Lee, as he was publisher at the time. Dan had left, and a lot of big moves going on. But Todd McFarlane basically had license for everything. This could be the animated series. This could be TV shows. This could be whatever, the Adam West stuff. He basically had free reign to make action figures of anything that's DC Comics related. And you would think that means a lot of business, right? Except we end up with, like, you know, like gay Superman toys and toys without guns and stuff like that. But before we get into it, if you will, look down below, hit like, subscribe, but ring the bell for notification. Now, this is coming off some toy news where a lot of DC Comics superhero toys are actually going on clearance. If you look in big box stores like Walmart, Target, and the such. So what's a Todd McFarlane supposed to do? What's supposed to, a businessman, a guy that used to make NBA toys, all the way to Halo toys, to whatever toys, he's going to diversify his portfolio. He's going to get into the mangas, just like the regular shop. To your left, to your right, they're all diversifying. They're all trying to sell other things than the superhero. So,
well, it's worth pointing out that this is not Todd McFarlane's first foray into selling manga stuff. If you have looked, if you sold stuff from My Hero Academia, you see a lot of it in stores. And he has also kind of gotten into, I believe it was Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's just basically doing a lot of these, what you consider non-superhero stuff now, which is very weird because considering what people are saying, oh, superhero has never been better than, and now to be a type of superheroes.
Actually, back in the day, he did some Akira toys also. Like, a lot of people forget about those. So, you know, I'm not so sure if Todd doesn't appreciate the manga. I don't know.
I'm sure he does. And look, he's so confident on the sales of the Demon Slayer toys. He even announces the first wave. So, what is in the first wave over here? Quite conspicuously, Inosuke is missing from the lineup. I mean, you would think traditionally, when you do the first wave, especially if it's the main cast is like 4 main characters, it'll be easy to put them all in. But they decide to omit Inosuke and instead they put in Muzan instead. So I guess maybe it's kind of we need to balance out the heroes with the good guys kind of thing. We must have a villain in every wave.
Right. In one of these, it's not an action figure, it's more of a statue. So, you know,
so there's this 12-inch Tanjiro figure that people, if they have seen some figures like this, they'll think of the Japanese figure series statues.
Right. Well, he's done some of these bigger, larger statue type things with like the Walking Dead characters and stuff like that before. This isn't his first venture into that. This is also like kind of like more the common thing with anime characters is the statues that are kind of like PVC type plastic materials. So
yeah, anime fans tend to like to collect, you know, all these little statue kind of figures instead. We kind of like the static figure stuff.
Right. Get a little action pose, maybe some energy effects, maybe they're airborne. Stuff like that, jumping shots, awesome. Now, you know, what does this really all have to do with, especially with obtaining this big account? Like, now, the toy market's kind of in a frenzy right now. Not a lot of people are talking about it. Hasbro laid off 1,000 employees, like they literally cut half their staff. Now, why is that? Well, because Star Wars figures, the things that were the became peg warmers. They weren't moving. They were going straight to clearance. Marvel Legends is, you know, that basically every toy line they're putting out right now is either leaning on the build-a-figure aspect to make you buy a lot of figures you don't want, or quite simply, they're having to go backwards and sell 90s versions of figures, and they can only do that so much. A lot of the newer figures they're putting out, you know, the woke type Marvel superhero really isn't selling. Also, packaging has got compromised severely with Hasbro. No plastic windows, so you can't see the figure. That's hurting collectability and stuff like that. And literally, you're seeing a lot of toys kind of navigate in and out of the big box toy stores, and more anime type figures like Avatar, like you said, My Hero Academia, and now Demon Slayer. These things are taking the place of what used to be, you know, Spider-Man toys. Transformers are still doing fairly well. You know, GI Joe, if you can find them. The classified series is very hard to find right now. Marvel Legends, not a lot of people excited. If you how are you going to sell Marvel Legends figures if people aren't excited about Marvel comics?
Oh boy, I mean, it's like look at it
And
this way. It seems like all the recent offerings from Disney, things like Lightyear and all that, all their toys are left just sitting up there. So it seems to imply that some of the offerings that are coming out from the American entertainment industry is not so popular now. So
I
Todd
I would
McFarlane
say
announces multiple waves of Demon Slayer. That's where he's looking at now.
right. And I would say Todd's probably saying, looking at the Marvel Legends line and saying, like, how am I going to sell DC Comics superheroes if people aren't interested in DC Comics? Period. Now, right now, Todd's been coming off a Spawn resurgence. He has like basically like a Spawn universe going on. He's selling like 2 or 3, 4 in some cases Spawn books. This was a singular character at one point in time, and he's selling toys with that. Not really having a problem with his comic and his toys, but there is a problem with the Marvel and DC stuff. And to be honest, DC really hasn't been nice to fans for quite some time, especially retroactive fans. They've went out of their way to call them ist or phobe, or just like you didn't understand the sexuality of the character that you've been reading for X amount of time. There's conversations out there where Todd's having debates with DC. He's like, yeah, you want that female figure. I got you. It's hard for me to sell that figure. In the end, like, DC Comics wants these woke characters and these new costumes to be action figures, but Todd can't sell them. That's the problem. And, you know, Todd, I mean, he's going to make what he can out of the DC Comics contract, and he's going to make the money he can, but he's also going to try to, you know, while he has his foot in the door with these big box stores like Walmart and Target and stuff like that, he's going to try to sell some other stuff that he thinks will move. Because if Todd, here's the problem with Todd and McFarlane toys. It doesn't matter if they're DC Comics or not. If you look at the box, it's his logo on the box. It's McFarlane toys. If a lot of McFarlane toys end up on clearance in general, like the big box store won't order from him. And I got a great, true story. There was a Green Lantern animated series. I had some characters in there I designed for DC Comics, some Red Lanterns. They had prototype toys for that TV show. About 2 or 3 seasons of the show existed. Walmart, Target would not order toys. People liked the show. The ratings were good. They didn't continue making the show because there were no toys. Walmart and Target wouldn't buy the toys because they couldn't sell the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern toys, and they got burnt and they went on clearance. So these big box stores were like, no, it doesn't matter if it's a cool cartoon and kids like it. We're not going to make toys for that Green Lantern cartoon. And without the orders from these big box stores, like, there's nothing for these type of toy companies. So in the end, like, Todd is doing the right thing by providing action figures for a fan base that will buy them, whether it's manga, whether it's his books, the Spawn books. You know, as long as he can sell those figures, he's going to make them. And that's just quite simply good business.
Let's not forget the double whammy that Todd McFarlane has suffered with DC Comics. Not only is the mainstream superhero comic industry finally admitting that things are not as rosy as they've been claiming, oh, sales are better than ever, Todd himself has been very much hampered by the no guns policy at DC, whereby they don't allow any of their characters when they're licensed out to be depicted with guns of any sort. So when you have to do this kind of work around, it's like, hello, you sell Deathstroke, you sell Red Hood without guns, and you're gonna make up an ammunition pack for that to sell together with them. It's like, how do you account for that count? How many sales you lost?
Yeah, well, but he's such a smart businessman that he gladly sculpts empty holsters on Grifter and Red Hood figures so he can sell these weapon packs, because again, he knows the fans know the characters are supposed to have guns. But if you guys will, please look down below, leave us a like, share out the video, leave a comment below, let us know what your thoughts are on this. And also, if you guys haven't, please go check out Inglorious Rex. The link is down below. We are into our second 30 days on our campaign. And if you will notice, this campaign, this is our own independent website. We are about one backer away from $222,000. If you guys will, check it out. I'll leave you guys with a trailer, and we will catch you guys again with another video.
on the scene. I got greatness all in my jeans. Ain't no way that I can slow down. I'm laced up, look how I shake the ground. Can't touch the crown, but you can kiss the ring. Close your eyes and see how I live a dream. I'm too smooth, MJ with the lean. Don't be fooled, I came through with the team. This is over their heads, how high can it go? I'm too over the edge, got my eyes on the goal. And we right back at it, keep them right on their toes. Look at the way that I move, this is all that I know. Cause I got the drive, I put it in gear. Line them up, I don't see no competitors here. If it ain't first place, we really can't settle for it. Listen up, get ready for it.